a good looking view, isn't it? Well, hey, it's me, Steve. I'm coming to you from the United States Capitol, and I figured I would take a couple minutes here to talk to you about something that they definitely can't do over the Capitol, and that's how to save you money. So let's go over the 5 best values in van life. Let's take a look. Okay, so here's the Supreme Court. So the best value in van life is going to be, of course, your free apps and like your free Facebook groups. And I think the top 3 apps are probably going to be Google Maps, iOverlander, and Gas Buddy. And then for Facebook groups, we want to get into, the first one is for your type of, RV if you have one. So I'm in the Travato Owners and Wannabe, and that's free, and you get a ton of great information there. And the second one is going to be for your specific van, whether it's a ProMaster, Transit, or a Sprinter. And, it's free. You get a ton of great information there. I was able to diagnose my secondary alternator belt problem just from being on a group. Now, getting back to the apps, Google Maps obviously is going to be for your navigation. 2 things to know about that is going to be how to download offline maps. And with a van, I usually only drive about 60 miles an hour, so I usually pick the trip that has the shortest distance. That shows me the shortest time, because the interstate routes will actually take me longer than Google Maps does. For iOverlander, that's probably the best app to find places to overnight. However, you want to make sure that you read each of the icons, because sometimes they'll be marked as closed when they are in fact open, and other times they'll be marked open when they are in fact closed. Okay, hold up just 1 second. Future Steve here. So there has been an update to iOverlander where there's a new version that is a paid version, but you can use the iOverlander website for free still. And then finally, with Gas Buddy, save a ton of money with that. What I found is that over on the West Coast, people will lie. So if you get to a station and the price isn't what it is, you don't need an account to enter a gas price. So go ahead and, update that, and so other people don't get bamboozled. Okay? All right, let's move on to tip 2. Well, I had hoped to be able to make it down to the White House and the Eccles building, but it looks like the weather's going to cooperate. So, best value in van life 2 is going to be Planet Fitness. And you want to get the Black membership. So for $25 a month, you can, go to, well, I guess you can only do it 10 times in 1 month when it's not your home gym, but you can go and get a shower. And compare that to like a trucker shower, which those can cost $14 to $17. It's a great value. And with my health insurance, I get a reimbursement of $150 a year. And so that brings down my monthly cost, including the annual membership fee. That brings it down to about $16 a month. So for the price of 1 trucker shower, I can go take a shower 10 times per month at Planet Fitness, no problems. And it also helps me save a lot of water. So that's going to be tip 2. Okay, so the third best value in van life is going to be the America the Beautiful Pass. And that's $80 a year, and that will cover all of your entrance fees to any of the national parks that charge an interest free. Not all of them do. It's also an interagency pass, so it will help you, with national forest stuff, and you can also get discounts for some of the fee-based things, such as if you go to like Jewel Cave or something like that, they'll give you like $3 off, or the Gateway Arch, so I give you a little bit of a discount. So the other good part about the America the Beautiful Pass is when you get to the parks, you can use campgrounds, and pretty much everyone I've ever been to, even if it says, you got to pay fee, I've been able to use the dump station at the campground for free. So that's going to really help you save money on refilling your water and dumping your tanks and all that. All right. So what I think is the fourth value, and this may be a little controversial, but is actually City Pass. And City Pass is a program, most in the major cities and everything. You can bundle a bunch of different tourist attractions, and it's something I use, for example, in New York City. It was $129, and I got to go to 30 Rock, Empire State Building, Intrepid Museum, the American Museum of Natural History, and I did the Statue of Liberty Express. And I felt like it was pretty good value when you compare it to something like Biltmore Estate, which I did that, and then Leonardo da Vinci immersive experience, which is a complete waste of money. That was $135. So I actually think City Pass is a really good program if you want to get in a bunch of the popular tourist attractions that are in a specific city. Okay, before we get to the last best value in van life, a couple honorable mentions. Number one is going to be Good Sam. Not the best value anymore because you only get, I think, $2.50 off using a dump station, and I think those are usually $10. So $7.50 still not that great of a value, but you do at least get something, and I think you get a couple cents off on your gas or something like that. Another one is, Harvest Host or Boondockers Welcome. The thing with those is that you're still expected to patronize the business, which, I certainly support that and everything, but it's not my top 5 just because it's $50 a year, and you're going to be spending $15 or $20 at each location, okay? Okay, well, I was wanting to try to do number 5 from the White House, but that's not going to work out. I don't know if you can hear the Pakistani protest at the White House behind me. But yeah, so
For our 5th and final best value, we're going to go with the big bus tour.
I know a lot of people may disagree with that because it's like $60, but you compare that to several Uber rides, it actually gets to be a pretty good value. And I'm somebody, I don't actually take the van into large metro areas. I park on the outskirts, take public transportation. This is for cities like Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, places like that. So I actually think that's a pretty good value also. Okay, so I hope those were some good money-saving tips. If you're enjoying this content, I appreciate it so much if you give me a like. Please subscribe if you want to see more videos. And if you have a great tip that you'd like to share, please do so in the comments below. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you. Take care. Bye.